Let's propagate some basil. It's really easy. I'm going to show you how, and then you can have an endless supply of basil for your garden too. All you need are a pair of scissors, some plastic plant labels, a pencil, and whatever basil you feel like propagating. I'll be using this seed start mix and some of these clear plastic containers. We're going to start out with the smaller containers. First thing you want to do is remove all of the leaves along the stem, only leaving a few small leaves up near the top of the stem. You don't want your plant to focus on growing leaves anymore. You want it to focus on root growth. Set the leaves aside to use in cooking later. You should be left with something that looks a little bit like this, and we're going to go ahead and snip the end here because it's been a minute since this was cut from the plant. This basil stem can put out roots here, here, or here. I'm going to go ahead and fill our container up with this seed start mix, like so, like that. Up to the top. Make sure it's all the way in there. And then you're just going to take your basil plant and you're going to poke it in right along the edge of the pot, just like this. And we're going to take a basil cutting and we're going to do this all the way around. Some stems like this one have a couple opportunities for growth, and since this is a pretty long stem, when you peel this back, we're going to go ahead and cut it right here, just right there. And you're left with something like this. We're going to take these leaves off here and we're going to leave these little leaves up here, and then we're just going to take it and we're going to poke this whole thing right down into the soil like that. You want to leave some good space between. You can also root a cutting as small as this. Just same principle. You want to get it down into the pot, but make sure that you get a node buried. Be gentle. You don't want to squish the stem as you're doing this, but you want to get all the way below the soil line there. What I mean by node is this right here is a node, and that's where this fresh stem is coming out along the basil stem. So this one I probably will not propagate, but I will propagate this stem here and here. And the reason we're using a clear pot is so that way as the roots come in, you can see the roots growing on the outside of the pot for your little propagation, and then you know when to up pot them. I love to grow basil this way. Let's get more basil than we need from the grocery store, and I hate wasting it. And when you pick basil out in the garden, sometimes you have extra cuttings, and that way you can keep the plants going. Don't forget to label it. Just like that.